What's going on? Born for Sports, the OG Knicks fan show. Got my guy T in the building with me. What's goody, bro?
You know the vibes. It's just
Yes,
hype.
sir.
Is another. It's crazy how like we'll be been a couple of wins where it's like we in our rocking chair falling asleep. It's
Oh
been like
yeah, yeah, for
4 or 5.
sure.
So this is one of them ones where it's just like, okay, this is definitely something that'll put you out to sleep.
Yes,
So
sir.
knock
Yes,
us out.
sir.
Man, this is definitely a dozer, but definitely got to stay up and talk next. Vibe with the people. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it was a rocking chair win tonight because
yeah,
in Cat's return and against a familiar foe and a familiar friend of the organization to the Knicks family, Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo, and we got Cat in Minnesota's return, and the Knicks took care of business tonight. They smacked the Wolves 133-107. Man, this was after the first quarter. This was a straight destruction. It was like literally a destruction. The largest lead of the game was 36 at one point.
mm-hmm.
And it seemed like when Brunson went out
Yep.
To get his rest after the first quarter, it was blowout city.
Yep.
Straight like that. It was a smoke job. And the Knicks just went on a run. They went on a 36-6 run in the second quarter and never looked back.
Yep. They definitely did, man. Like you said, when Brunson went out, and I think it was Cam and Deuce, and they were just, they just came in and played with so much energy.
Oh, yes.
And they had Cat playing out there too. And then Cat started, he had like a little slow first quarter. And I think he hit 2 back-to-back threes, and he started getting in his bag.
Yes.
The ball was moving. People were hitting the shots. Defense was incredible. Like,
oh, yes.
About the defense. Defense can be your best offense.
No doubt about it.
And one thing I will say was that they didn't fall in love with the three like that. How I am with the three. Like,
yeah.
I fall in love with the three so much. And when it's like, like working, go midi. But it seemed like they did the reverse. Like they started, taking the easier shots, and then they went to the 3-point line. That's when they started hitting the three. So it was a well balanced.
Absolutely, and it was the ball movement was immaculate tonight. It was immaculate, and let's be honest, we've seen the Knicks with this kind of ball movement a lot of times this season. This offense, and I keep saying this, but this is the best offense I've ever seen the Knicks have. When they are right. When they're right, they are like the ball movement is just crisp. They're hitting that down their trays. They're distributing the ball. Everyone playing freely together. It's beautiful basketball to watch. And this Knicks offense is one of the most elite offenses in the league right now. And the numbers back that up.
Yeah, definitely. And another thing, the guys is not standing around just watching one man.
That's what makes it great too. Yes,
everybody's moving as you see, and that's the beauty of it of the Knicks offense.
Yeah.
Cliff, I see you, bro.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Cliff. What's goody, bro? Thanks for checking in. I know you was loving that Knicks game. That was a beautiful game to see. I know you was loving that ball movement. Cliff, we always chops it up with us. You know what I'm saying? He be hitting me up on the social medias. And telling me like, yo, man, like we got to get these dubs and stuff, man. I know he's happy. It was a beautiful, beautiful game to watch, man. And listen, play of the game. I mean, was there any doubt who's the player of the game tonight? It's in his return to Minnesota tonight, which he got a standing ovation from the fans, from a real classy way that I have to say the Timberwolves organization gave him a little love before the game. But man, did he ball out. Play of the game, 32 points, 20 rebounds again, 6 assists on 10 of 12 shooting from the field, and 5 for 5 from the 3-point line, bro.
And I don't think, yeah, honestly, it's not even up for debate. Like, we won the trade. I was one of them.
No,
We won the trade, like, hands down. I was one of them ones just like, oh, damn. I like the trade, but I didn't love it for the fact that, damn, yo, you know what? We gave up Dante. And, you know, I kind of like Dante to save my. I would have felt much more comfortable if we would have given somebody else because, you know, we would have had Dante, old Villanova, Villanova 4, the Villanova crew that we have. You know, it's good for, you know, team chemistry and team camaraderie, you know, but you know, sometimes, you know, you have to give to get. You have to. Yeah. Look what he's producing right now. 32-20. Like, I mean, Randall is not doing this. You know what I mean?
No. And it's the way he's doing it, T. It's the way he's doing it. It's like easy for it. It's no struggle with it. It's with the team chemistry. I mean, like the offense with Randall, it was good. It was solid and good at times, but there was a lot of games. It just was a struggle here. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fit with Brunson's style and with, you know, and then when RJ was here, it was like kind of like the spacing wasn't well, and you know, and it's ever since OG got here and now Towns, it's just it's a different ball game, bro.
Yeah, it's definitely a different ball game, man. 32 points, 20 rebounds, 6 assists. Like you said, 10 and 12 shooting, right? 5 for 5. Wow.
5 for 5 from 3, bro. And he was on a mission tonight.
Honestly, I would say he's definitely the best center in the East right now.
Not even close. Not even close. And when are we going to start talking about this young man as an MVP candidate? Because I'm sorry, the numbers are not lying to me.
Well, they are. There's talk.
More serious though, you know what I mean? I want him up there because yo.
But this minor talk, you know, if they're pushing for it. Yeah. But I think if he go like on another stretch like this right now, let's say he has like another 10, 12 more games like this, and he keeps up, you know, his name's gonna start creeping up there. You know what we're gonna have to see. Or if they go on like on a crazy winning streak. You know, they have to, you know, give us. I mean, we already know Giannis is playing out his mind right now.
Yeah, Giannis balling out, and we knew. And before we keep going further into this game, let it be known, we were one of the people that was saying, "Listen, let's calm down with the Bucks hate." You know what I'm saying? Like they have too much talent on that team to stay where they was at early.
Yeah, it was way too early.
Even with Doc Rivers holding it. You know?
Exactly. People want to blame on Doc, and everybody's like, "Yeah, they should." You know, they should tank. They were destroying, but they were. See, people watch basketball. They were losing like close games. It's not like they were getting. They were close games. You know, so it's all about, you know, executing the right plays down the stretch. And once they figure that out, and it's a new system, they got, you know, Doc Rivers, and they got Darvingham, and you know, Middleton was out. You know, it was going to take time. And look.
Exactly.
They want the mid-season tournament, but you know, we'll be
put it together. They'll be in the mix like we expected them. They'll be in the mix in this playoff race. I expect them to sooner or later get close to Orlando and get near them. I would say, you know, because of all the injuries Orlando has.
They're definitely a top 5 team in the East.
Yeah.
You know, arguably top 3 if you want to kick Cleveland out. You know what I mean? Even though they have like the best record right now, you know, I mean, people are not too sold on them.
No.
But, you know, but you can say that they're a top 3 team in the East.
No question about it. But you know, I just thought, you know, I just think there needs to be a conversation, like you said. First of all, there's no question in my mind and in your mind, and it should be in any Knicks fan mind now, because you know there was a lot of Knicks fans that were upset that they traded Julius Randle. You know, it was more about, you know, like with me and you, we talk. Hey, you already made it clear you didn't want to give up Devo, and I get that because I didn't want to either. But like you said, you got to give to get when it comes to players like Cat. You got to give to get something. But there was a lot of Knicks fans that were questioning this cat's toughness, saying how, oh, he's soft, and we gave up Randall. And why did we do that? Because Randall was tough and this and that. Well, you know what? Cat has proven all those things that those people thought wrong, whether they were Knicks fans or not. Okay, let me read some numbers that we need to talk about right now that prove that he is nowhere near soft. First of all, Cat tonight became the first Knick since 1978 to have back-to-back 20 rebound games. Now think about that. With all the, first of all, we all know New York Knicks, Madison Square Garden is about defense and toughness throughout the franchise's history. That is the identity when the Knicks are good. That is our identity. Mm-hmm. So think about all the players that we've had in that identity of toughness and rebounding and defense and this and that. You know, you can go down the list: Ewing, Oakley, Mason, Starks, X McDaniel when he was here for a few years. You know what I'm saying? The list goes on and on. You know what I'm saying? What's that?
Larry Johnson,
LJ, Camby, all these guys. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And this dude comes in here and has been here for what? 37 games, and he's already putting his name in Knick history books, okay? And by the way, he leads the league, the NBA, in rebounding this year, playing the 5. So I think we need to squash the whole 5. He shouldn't be a 5 no more debate. I think we're just better with him at the 5, and he's proven that he should. Yeah, does he have some limitations defensively? Yes, he does. No one's a perfect player. Nobody's saying that, but it's mostly because he's foul prone. But the effort is there. He rebounds and he plays defense and block shots. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, that's one thing that you could say about Cat. He may be a step slow when it comes to defense, but at least he tries. It's not like he doesn't try.
He gives effort.
Right, like he gives effort, and that's all you can ask for. You could be a poor defensive player, but at the same time, you still have to give effort.
Absolutely.
At least try to attempt a block. You know what I'm saying? And he's done that.
Absolutely.
So try to block or try to alter shots. You see him trying to do that. And sometimes he doesn't want to get in foul trouble. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's understandable. Plus, we need him out there.
Yes.
We need him on offense. You saw the when we missed him, when we, I think, what was it, Detroit?
Yeah, it was ugly.
It was like we needed his offense. And then what? The next game he played, we won.
Right back to normal.
Yeah, exactly. So we definitely, his presence is definitely a must, man. I mean, he's definitely, a big piece of the team. He's definitely a centerpiece of the team.
Absolutely. And another stat I want to read too. This is the 7th straight game that he's had 15 boards. That is one game shy of the Knicks club record. Okay. And listen, all of that out there, cut that. Cat is soft talk. He's not soft. I'm sorry. I can't support that. Okay. Because if my center is leading the league in rebounding and setting these records, franchise records, y'all need to cut all that out. The Knicks won the trade. Like my guy T said, the Knicks won the trade. Okay, simple as that.
And Randall may not even be with Minnesota next year. To be honest with you, you think they're going to re-sign him?
Yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good.
Is the season today? I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they try to trade him. I think
the deadline, right?
If they could, I think there'll probably be more. They should try to trade him to New Orleans for Brandon Ingram.
You know what? That it might come down to that, but you know what? I have to question.
Or even
around in this playoff race, will they be willing to do something like that? Because it's almost like they're already catching fire. You saw them talking about on Telegram. They're catching fire out there for trading Cat right now. The fans are very upset at the organization for that. So if they trade him at the deadline, it probably will really, really be bad. Even though Brandon Ingram is a good player, and I think that is a good trade for them. But will they be willing to admit a mistake?
put it like this: they need to trade him now. Like they need to get on the phones now.
Do it now.
It's not working. They need to get on the phones now and see if they could get Brandon Ingram. I think that's their best bet.
I absolutely agree. And you can see tonight, speaking of Julius Randle, listen, he came out hot, no doubt about it. He came out hot. He had a purpose. He was focused when the game started. And his final numbers: 24 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 8 of 17 from the field in 30 minutes. But the game got out of hand, and he really wasn't a factor much after the first quarter. He really wasn't. No. But you could see that it's kind of what we got used to with Julius Randle when he was here. There's just going to be games where he's going to dominate the ball. He's kind of like, running the offense through him, and the ball doesn't move as crisp. I thought it took Anthony Edwards. It took Edwards out of the game in the first half. You know what I'm saying? Because Edwards could not get into a rhythm the entire half, and that was a big factor. Now the Knicks defense was good, and that was the reason as well. Yeah. But you have to be honest. That was a situation where excuse me, that it just. Edwards is the best player on the team. So, in my opinion, I don't care if I'm the coach of the Timberwolves. I don't care that, Julius, that's your old team. We're going to run this thing through our best player, and you get yours playing off of our best player. And that they didn't do that tonight, and I thought that really hurt them.
And I think yes, to your point, that really did hurt them. But what the coach didn't do, he took both of them out. And that's when the Knicks went on that run.
Yeah, when he sat,
When he sat down. Now, had he would have kept.
That's true, too.
Had he would have kept, because, at the end of the first quarter, it was 32-33.
Yeah.
It was still a game,
Yeah.
Had he would have took out Randle and kept Edwards in so he could get into a rhythm, maybe a different ball game. We don't know. But once he took both of them out, and then Brunson went out for us.
Yep.
And we went on that run. It was no coming back. Like he couldn't. It was. The game was so out of reach by the time he came in.
Yes.
By the time he came back in. So they were just dead in the water out there. I mean, his best shot was when he shot the three. I think at the end of the was it at the end of the half when he shot?
Yeah, it was. It was at the end of the half at the buzzer. Yeah,
the buzzer. He shot the three, and it was just like whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And hey, that run in the second quarter, they went on a 36-6 run. As soon as that happened, and Brunson sat, they went on a 36-6 run and outscored Minnesota 41-18 in that quarter. So yeah, you're absolutely right. That was a mistake on their part, on their coaching staff doing that, sitting both of them like that. I mean, I know it's like you said. I understand it was 1 point lead, but when you saw that lead getting swole up like that. I mean, check somebody back in, bro. Like, bring Edwards back in. That was his time to get his shots off because they would have definitely ran through him. I mean,
Yeah, but who was their guy? Like, who was their guy that they could go to? Like, okay, you know what? Let's go get him. I mean, was Nas Reed in there?
Yeah, I was going to say that. I think they were running it more through Nas and Nazi.
But he wasn't hitting somebody else. Yeah, he wasn't hitting. Nobody else was hitting. Conley was hitting.
Yeah.
Goldberg, forget about it. I mean, oh my goodness,
he was awful, bro.
He's beyond awful.
He was awful tonight. Awful tonight.
Yeah, and
go ahead, bro.
I know the Minnesota fans are just like, yo,
they are sick right now. I went on to Minnesota Twitter earlier, and they was going in. They was going in. It's like, you traded all these picks for this crap? It's like, Cat is dominating. And it was like, somebody, I'm going to send it to you later. Somebody said, man, why did they trade Cat for this foolishness? If I would have knew he was going to lead the league in rebounding, we should have traded Gobert to the Knicks. Yeah. And I'm just like, did you really think we would have took him?
No, we definitely.
They're going crazy out there. The Man Cave checking in. Born for Sports was good, my guys. Y'all smash that like button, like, subscribe, and share on all social media platforms. Great statement game by the Knicks. Keep up the great work. Shout out to you, man, Cave. I appreciate that love, man. We appreciate it, bro. Yeah, man. This was a big statement game. I mean, it was a big game because, it was the return of Cat to Minnesota, Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo, all of that. And the Knicks just came out and they just kicked their ass. Let's be honest. They just went out there and they took care of business and showed we're on another level tonight and ain't nothing you going to do about it, And that's the best part about this game. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those, okay, we see the kind of energy y'all got tonight. All right. Oh, they went and sat. Let's go put this game away. And that's exactly what they did tonight.
I know before we went live, we was talking about if Randall went and shook hands like with his old teammates. So I'm looking at a tweet now from Stephen Bondi. It says Julius Randle went straight to the locker room after Timberwolves lost. No shaking hands or pleasantries with former teammates. So right there. I mean, you kind of knew that was kind of like his energy, because even I heard they saying he was talking smack to the bench.
Yeah, he was. When he started off high, he was talking. He was talking, and it looked like he was talking to Thibodeau too.
Yeah, I already knew. Like, honestly, I already knew. I was like, oh, Randall's getting high. I'm like, yeah, we got this game. Like, I had no doubt in our mind. I'm like, yeah, we got this.
Because you knew he was just going to be like, oh, this is my game now. I want to show them and forget about everybody else. You knew it was coming.
I knew. Like you said, everybody else was going to be out of rhythm. So, yeah, we had it. Oh, Mikal.
Yes. Unsung hero. We got to talk about this dude, bro. Mikal Bridges tonight. 29 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists on 12 of 18 shooting. Now, listen. He has been on a very good stretch for this team, and I just think people need to start giving him some flowers and keep that energy that they have, because, listen, and it's not just tonight. He's been playing solid ball for us ever since that little situation on the West Coast trip where, he had a couple of bad games and the media was on him and the fans and all of that. And then Hart came and the teammates came and stepped up and kind of vouched for him and gave him that confidence through the media and all that. And he has been a different player since those comments by Josh Hart. Remember, Josh Hart was like, oh, we would give up 15 picks for him again for 10-year-olds. We know what he's about. He'll be fine. And we have no doubt about it. Tibbs even backing him in the media, like his body of work is too good. If he was a rookie, I'd be concerned, but I'm not worried about it. And he has been very good for the most part, since that game. And tonight, he was really good tonight. Very good tonight. And we needed it kind of too, because, Jalen tonight was kind of off, with his shot. You know what I'm saying? And then it got to a point where he started just doing the right thing and say, hey, man, I ain't got it tonight. Let me just make my teammates better, which is what I love to see, what an MVP does, what a captain does. So no hate. I will not tolerate no Jalen Brunson slander from anybody tonight, okay? None. Mikal Bridges, though, I'm not tolerating it either, because he was the unsung hero tonight, bro.
Yeah, he definitely was. I mean, I think in a month of December, he's been averaging, I think, close to 20, around 20 or 21 points per game.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. I mean, I could be a little bit off, but I know it's around.
No, I think you're around that number. You're right.
Yeah. So, I mean, we already knew. First of all, I don't like the fact that, Knicks fans, especially Knicks with it, and everybody on social media, they're just going crazy over this guy. We gave a 5 pick, like, yo, dude. Like, guys, it's the beginning of the season. Guys need relax.
Relax, man.
It's 12 games in. Just give him time. This is a new role that he's in. He was for the past 2 seasons or season and a half, 2 seasons. He was the go-to player on the team. He was the number 1 guy on the team. Yeah. So now he has to take not 1 step back, not 2 steps back, maybe 3 or 4 steps back.
Yes.
He has to revert back to a role that he played, when he's in Phoenix. You get what I'm saying? Right. So it's hard to make that adjustment. You get what I'm saying? So now finally this kind of getting in that groove.
Absolutely.
So like I always said, between him and OG, this is if they can score anywhere from 16 to 20 points per game, I'm good with that. They don't need to.
Absolutely.
Now he scored 29 points. All right, fine, I'll take it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll take it. But if you could mix and match, okay, you know what? Give me, 20 something points, 4 steals, a couple of assists, rebounds,
Right.
two, you have a well balanced game. I'm good with that, but he's been playing like real well, even a shot from three is falling.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. Another thing is that, you know, he's shooting low, high percentage shots. And once he start getting the groove, and then he start shooting the three, and then it just works out better for him.
Absolutely. He's finding his spots in the spacing has been great. Of course, we all know that with this Knicks offense, but he's finding his spots. He's taking his shots when he needs it. The midi game is legit. He his little 15 to 17 foot J. He's finding his spots, taking those shots, and those threes. He's calmed down the threes on the break. That's a good thing because he shoots a high percentage when he does that. But like you said, his 3-point shot is coming around as well, hitting them corner threes, taking them when they're there. And that's like you said. If OG and Bridges are not here to be the star, and that's what some fans don't understand. And it just they want to look at the trade and say, oh, well, we gave up all of this. He has to be this and that. No, he does not, because that's not his role on this team.
Right.
That's the bottom line. We have 2 All-NBA players on this team right now, Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns. After that, everyone else finds the roles. That's what it's about. There's going to be nice OG does it and has these games, and there's going to be nice when Bridges has these games. And especially what I like to see is when, just in case if one of our All-NBA players are not having their typical game, they come out, Bridges steps up and gives us 29, or OG steps up and gives us 25. That's what you want to see. That's when the Knicks are at their best, when they share the ball and it's a balanced scoring effort on all ends. And I've always been more concerned with Bridges' defense. I just wanted him to put that foot forward first, and the offense I knew would eventually come. It's the defense, and that's even coming around now.
Yeah, it's definitely coming around. I mean, he's getting in this groove. I wasn't too worried about him, and like Clyde would always say, defense can be your best offense, So, and case in point tonight. But actually, you come to think about it, the defense the Knicks have been playing like for the past month has been real well, even like in losses.
Yes.
Even in game against Atlanta. He scored like what 100 and I think 104 I think or something.
Yeah, which is good in today's NBA.
Under 110, we was getting like close to like what 115 or 120 or whatever I think.
Yeah, I mean coming into the I think a couple of weeks back we were like around 26th, 25th in defensive rating. Well, coming into this game tonight, we were 15th. So that means we're starting to get it together. We're starting to get better at that. It's coming along.
So we go from 26 to 15?
Yeah. And for the past few weeks.
Exactly. So that's telling you that, you know what? We're making strides.
Yep.
So just imagine what next month is going to be like.
Exactly. When we get Bitch hopefully healthy back, and because we starting to see Precious come around too. He's starting to find his footing as well. Yeah. I thought he played very solid defense tonight. Yeah. He was getting cooked early by Randall in the first quarter, but he settled down and the defense was solid, and he rebounded tonight. So people got to give Precious time. That's another thing what I was seeing online. No, you got to give him time. He's been out a long time. This is almost like training camp all over again for him, the preseason. So you got to give him time. And I thought he had his best game tonight. Even hit a 3-pointer tonight. How about that?
He definitely hit a 3-pointer. And then one thing you got to credit Tibbs though. Once he made the switch. They put OG on Randall. and
Yes.
that's that's what makes it. You know what I'm saying? Because Randall, he was like real quiet after that. Like after that first quarter, quiet.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like how many points he put up? Like 20-something points. It was just like really. He put up that amount. It just didn't feel like it. Like it didn't have no effect.
I think we held them to about 6-7 points in the second half because I believe he had 17 of that in the first half.
Oh yeah, 13. Okay.
Yeah, so they locked them up in the second half for sure.
Oh yeah. So credit to making that adjustment, but Precious is playing well. I mean, like you said, it's going to take a while. And plus, he just got plugged into the starting lineup tonight because of Josh Hart and his personal issues. Hopefully all is well with him.
Yeah.
But even your boy Sims look alright.
He was making plays tonight. I got to be honest. He was making plays. And he was actually jumping on time when the ball was in the air off the rebound. He wasn't flying by the ball tonight. So we'll take that as a dub tonight. All right. That's how things were in a good area for the Knicks tonight. It was in a good space. When you see Jericho Sims not flying by the ball or jumping on every head fake. So tonight he was solid tonight, I thought. And he gave good minutes because, like you said, Josh Hart didn't play tonight. Personal reasons, didn't play. Shout out to Josh Hart. Hopefully everything is all good on his end. But he didn't play tonight, and I thought I was a little nervous about that coming into the game. Like, damn, like we're gonna need a Josh Hart game because we might need him to kind of lock up on and give his defense on Mr. Edwards in a lot of times, especially when they do the switching and everything. So yeah, I was a little concerned with that tonight, but I'm glad it didn't matter because the Knicks came out and they took care of business tonight. And it just goes to show the potential of this team. We keep saying it because it's the truth. This team is potentially going to be the greatest offensive Knicks team we've seen in our lifetime. If this continues and we stay healthy and we continue this path, long way to go, of course. Long way to go. It's early in the season, but the signs are there, man. It's a lot of games we have seen where the Knicks offense has just basically been unstoppable like this. This is not an aberration. They came into the game, was it second or third in the league in offensive rating? Okay. So this is not an aberration, folks. This is 37 games in the season, and this is not the first time that this offense has looked like this. And it's going to be up from here because the chemistry is building, folks. It's building. All right. I always say, and the NBA season really doesn't really start until Christmas. You know what I'm saying? To where where a team kind of is heading towards or what deficiencies they need to work on to become a better team as the season goes on. Well, Christmas is next week, and this is not the first time this Knicks team has looked like this tonight, and it's only up from here. It's only up from here. And if it continues, and like my guy T said, when Mitch Robinson comes back, it's only going to help this defense on this team, which is going to continue to improve it, and the rebounding. And the rebound. You're talking about bringing a healthy Mitch Robinson, knock on wood, probably the best offensive rebounding big in basketball, and you're adding that to this offense on the top of that. And on top of that, off the bench, I might add, it has to be off the bench because I'm already sold on Cat at the 5. I don't need to see no more. He has to start at the 5. So now you're bringing that, and you're bringing the defense as well. So a lot to look forward to. And that's going to only be Landry Shamet. That's another piece that is being talked about. He's healthy now, and any week now he's going to be joining the team. So that adds more shooting to the team. I mean, it's only up from here, T. It's only up from here, man.
Yeah, it's only up. Yeah, it's definitely only up from here. But I think I want to touch on a few things. With Landry Shamet, I thought I was reading earlier. They would have to cut somebody in order for him to make the team. So I don't know who would they cut.
I think it would be Oh man, what's old boy name? The shooter. Oh my God, why? And you know it's late. It slipped my mind his name.
Yeah,
The white boy shooter that
oh, man, right? Is it Ryan? What's his name?
Matt Ryan.
Not
Ryan. There you go. There you go. So my apologies out there, folks. It's a little late. Yes, Matt Ryan. Ryan. Yeah, I think he would be the odd man out. He hasn't shown anything since he's been here, and plus he hasn't gotten a lot of a chance.
A lot of this time. I mean, this is the most. I mean, even in garbage time today, this is the most that we saw him play and saw him, actually do something.
Yeah, I agree because I don't think there's any chance that they're cutting Hukporti. I think he's his prospect. They're not cutting him.
They shouldn't cut Hukporti. They shouldn't. I mean, you already know they're not going to cut Tyler, but Hukporti, what's his name? Pacquiao, what's his name? The French dude, Pacquiao Diaz.
Yeah. They're not cutting that kid. He's a draft pick too.
Yeah, he's drafted, so they're not going to cut him. So, they have some tough decisions that they're going to have to make. Are they going to let him walk, let him go to another team? That's going to be. But they should definitely, if I was them, I would definitely cut Ryan.
Yeah, I think he's got to be the guy. I mean, like he doesn't. I mean, compared to what his value compared to those guys we just mentioned, it's just not there. It's just not there. And Shamet coming into this offseason, he was supposed to be a big part of this. You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to be a rotation piece.
Yeah.
So but with the emergence of campaign now, we know he's entrenched. He's in the rotation. There's no taking campaign out of there.
He's definitely locked in.
So if you do the math, the odds do not favor Matt Ryan. He's got to be the guy to go.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that'll be the decision. So like I said, I just feel like it's only up from here, man. This Knicks team is fun to watch when they're on like this, man. They're fun to watch, man. The ball movement is just beautiful. It's something we have not seen in a very long time in Knicks basketball. Us being OG fans, as we call this, the OG Knicks fan show. It is just a beautiful thing, and it's kind of like I don't want to say weird to see, but it's like wow, like it's a moment because it's like I really struggle trying to find a comparison to the type of offense this team has on paper like this, man. On the past Knicks teams, I can't find it, man. I mean, the closest comes is the Melo Amari teams, and that's it. Even our 90s teams wasn't like this. I know Latrell and when Latrell was there with Houston and LJ and Camby and all that. But we were a defensive first team. You know what I'm saying? That was our identity, not like this.
Yeah, definitely not like this. Another thing that I think the Knicks, what they benefited from was having playing 2 games in like 8 days.
Yes.
Having that rest because they were nagging injuries. Brunson had like a nagging, I think it was his back or his ankle.
Right.
Cat had like a knee injury. I'm sure there's been other guys on the team that had like little nagging injuries. Even having to play like 2 games in like 8 or 9 days because the last game that they played was on Sunday against Orlando, and then the game before that was Wednesday against Atlanta. So you figure so they had Thursday, Friday, Saturday off, so they have time to to go back into the lab, work on their
chemistry.
And I'm sure they had practice and stuff like that. Played a game in Orlando, we beat them, and then you had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off to focus on the Timberwolves. So that gave enough time, to get in the gym and work some kinks out. And look what happened. We blew these guys out. So I'm happy, we was able to get the win tonight.
Beautiful thing, man. It was a beautiful win. And, it's only up from here. Like I said, we just want these Knicks to keep getting better, man, and keep getting healthier. And, we'll see next time how Julius Randle and DiVincenzo play when they come to the Garden down the road. But got to feel good for Cat tonight, going out there, showing out, and show and not embarrassing us. And because sometimes these players, they go back to their old team, they want to do too much, and they have an off game, and then they lose and stuff like that. Well, this was not the case. Cat came out with a statement and still played within the team concept, and we went and kicked ass and took care of business. So you got to feel good for Cat going back to his stomping grounds and getting that dub, man. You know what I'm saying?
Like he was at home, literally.
literally, man, literally. So that's gonna wrap it up tonight. Knicks blow out the Wolves 133-107 against old friend Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo. Cat was the star tonight, as we mentioned, and just a good win tonight. And it was a real beautiful game from a Knicks fan point of view to watch, man. Next game will be at New Orleans Saturday night. Looking forward to that. Hopefully the Knicks will, be ready, have a letdown and be ready to play that game, another road game. So that'll be the next game. We'll see if Zion plays. Who knows?
Zion, okay.
We call him Houdini because he just disappeared, man. Most of the year. We can't even, shit. Brandon Ingram might play, I guess, right? Ingram. Yeah. We'll check that injury report soon. But that'll be the next game on the road trip for these New York Knicks. So before we wrap up, anything you want to add as a closing?
No, not really. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm glad we got the win tonight. I'm glad Cat, did what he had to do, and Mikal, like you said, he was an unsung hero in this game as well. I just like the way our team is playing right now, and hopefully we could finish out the year strong.
Sir.
My next game is in we play New Orleans, and I think we play Toronto, Orleans, Toronto, and I think San Antonio on Christmas. So
big game too.
Big game. That's going to be primetime television. So hopefully we start racking up these wins and see where we go from there.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So that's going to do it tonight. Before we go, just ask everybody out there, thanks for tapping in and chopping it up with us in the OG Knicks Fans Show. Just want to say we talk sports on this channel. As if you're new to the channel, we talk Giants, New York Giants. We talk New York Knicks, as you can see. Big-time Knicks fans here as well. New York Mets. We talk New York Yankees. We talk anything you want to talk about in the world of sports, especially New York sports. Like and subscribe to Born for Sports. Let's go Knicks.